Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, I wanted to just showcase to you guys my salad rigs currently that I have running. So total, I have 6 of these salad rigs running, and I also wanted to show in this video how much I've been earning over the past like 30 days. And I'll tell you right now, the earnings that I've been having, it's all over the place. It's not always constant, it's not always the same. And so this video is more so just for me to just explain to you guys my experience thus far with salad and how I'm trying to earn money with these rigs. So in total, I have 6 here, okay? I have 3 RTX 3090s, okay, and they're all coupled with various 5950X CPUs. They all have 64 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte NVMe for storage. And most of them are running Windows 10. Some of them are running Windows 11 because they could, but I don't think there's any difference on, whether or not it's Windows 10 or Windows 11. So yeah, these 3 here are 3090s. These have been probably the most money-making GPUs that I have running on Salad. I don't have any 40 series, I don't have any 4090s, and I've heard that those are earning a lot more, obviously, than 3090s. But then I have some 3060 rigs here, which actually have been decent in the past, but I'd say over the past week, my 3060s here have not earned a like a workload or a container. I do have one here that seems to have found a job because I do see the fans running, but I do have the other 2 here, this one and the one on the table over there. It is not running, okay? So yeah, I want to go on the computer, I want to talk to you guys about my earnings, and I want to get your guys' thoughts about your earnings down below. So I'll see you in the computer. Okay, so before I get into my earnings of how much I've been earning over the past like 30 days, it's actually very dependent on what's been available in terms of jobs. And there was a live stream that happened with Salad on Twitch. They had their State of Salad episode 202. Okay, this happened 3 days ago as of recording, and I just skimmed through a bunch and I wrote down some notes here of what they mentioned. Okay, and this is probably going to coincide with my earnings, okay, which I'll just show you guys right here over the past 30 days. It was notably over the past 4 weeks, it was not that great, but then I would say, the past week or 2, it's been a lot better. Okay, and I have added more 3060s over the past week or so here, but just to let you guys know, they haven't really found any job yet, except for one. Okay, so I got one 3060 rig here that's been it's been calculating over the past like 3 or 4 days here. Still hasn't found a job, but I do have one that has a job here. Okay, I'll just show you real quick. This guy right here, 52 cents to $1.30 job. All right. So anyways, before I keep talking about my earnings here, we'll talk about just some notes that I wrote down of the stream. But I highly recommend you guys go watch it. It only has 167 views. I'll have it linked down below of their State of the Salad stream over the past week. But before I talk about this, thank you for today's video sponsor, Terra Hosting. They're actually giving away a 4090, which the drawing will happen on November 1st. Okay, I'll have this link down below. It's a Gleam competition here. It's free to enter. Anyone can, log into Gleam here and participate in the giveaway. There's a bunch of entries that you guys can enter here for free. And so if you guys are looking for ASIC mining hosting, they have spots available. Schedule a call with them if you would like. So moving along, guys, let's talk about Salad's live stream that they had 3 days ago. So wrote some things here, and first thing I'll start off, they said there's been more jobs available over the past week or 2. Okay, so maybe you guys have seen some GPUs have been getting rented. Notably, my 3090s they're all rented. Okay, I've noticed that over the past week or 2 here, they have been getting jobs. Okay, so about $1 to $2.60, but I can actually show you here. If I do it by earnings per machine, okay, I don't care, you guys can see my IDs here, but over the past week, you can see, some of my 3090s were averaging between $2.64 to $2.42, $3.26. Okay, so it was fluctuating, but it was, I would say, pretty constant over the past week or so with my 3090s. So that's pretty good. But moving along here, okay, now they said here triple digit 3090 owners got filled. Okay, like over a couple hundred 3090 owners, people that had 3090s on the network was filled, and I can definitely attest to that, like I just showed you guys. Then they said 4070 Ti's and Supers earn the same as a 3090. So they said about 50-ish jobs available for the 4070 Ti's and Supers. So I don't have any 40 series, so I can't say if people that have these got rented out or not. Next point here, multiple hundreds of jobs available for the 4090s. All right, so if anyone who has 4090s, this is going to be one that is, yeah, it's obviously these GPUs are not cheap, but you know, clients, people that are wanting to rent out these GPUs are looking for 4090s. So yeah, looks like 4090s. Anyone that has 4090s right now, it'll get a job, it'll get a workload right away. Next point they talked about, they said a huge customer came in looking for 3060s and 4070s. This was said earlier in the stream. So I wrote this down here. I don't know if like my 3060s have not been rented that much. Again, I do have one that's rented, but I'm assuming that there's actually a lot of 3060s out on the network right now. So I can't say that that there's a lot, but there's probably a lot out there. But in terms of the job, the client that bought, you know, a bunch of 3060 jobs, it's probably just too much supply out there, and you know, still not enough demand. But yeah, my 3090s, I have a job here. It says 221 to 525. So looks like this one's doing well. Anyways, moving along. Okay, several big customers have come in with long-term commitments. So this was mentioned by one of the developers here. I think this gentleman right here. And yeah, so yeah, it looks like more companies are coming in and wanting to pay for the compute. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Next point is 4080s will find jobs easily. So that's a comment I wrote down here. Next one. Okay, so now this is where they did have a big change. I don't know if this is really that big, but majority of people have 500 or, you know, 1 terabyte hard drives. Should be okay, but it says storage space requirement is 70 gigabytes for a job. So make sure you have ample storage and, you know, fast storage for, you know, for salad. Okay, if you're a chef. Now, there was a new version that came out. They said here, VRAM issue, losing workload problem, the cause was a small text animation. So it looks like they fixed that, and you know, some people had issues. And then they also added a call to action to update the NVIDIA driver if you had a degraded state. I had this once on one of my rigs, and yeah, it was like an error, like a yellow, I don't have one here example, but it was like a yellow portion here. It says, oh, you need to update your driver. And so, yeah, I did that and it was no issue. Okay, so some of you guys may need to update your drivers. All right, next, they had an issue. I just wrote it down briefly here. Game detection issue. This is mainly towards people who use their gaming computers and Salad. And so I personally, all my machines are, you know, separated. These aren't not gaming machines. Nothing on these machines but Salad. Okay, I'm assuming that's most of you guys that are watching me are the same thing. They now have 128 gigs of RAM requirement for some clients now. Some clients are actually looking for more than 64 gigs of RAM. And so they mentioned in that stream that some clients may be paying more. All right, so you could earn more if you actually have 128 gigabytes of memory on your motherboard now. Okay, so that's something that's new. I think they said over the past week or two. And it's now available. Okay, so if you have more than 128 gigs or more than 64 gigs of RAM, it may benefit you. I think they said generally anything that's 64 gigs of RAM is still okay, is still perfect, but there are some clients out there that are looking for more than 64 gigs of RAM. So that's something to think about if you are getting into this. I mean, RAM is, it's expensive, but it is also another added cost if you want to add 128 gigabytes of RAM. So just keep that in mind. But that's cool. That's something cool to think about. Now they have chefs who have 6 or more machines have exploded. So, yeah, I'm a person that has 6, you know, salad rigs, right? Machines. I definitely know a lot of people who have 6 or more. Okay, but it definitely makes sense that they said here it has exploded over the past couple of weeks. So yeah, that makes sense. And then they said, just a final point that I wrote down, a person who had a single 4090 will earn more than 5 or 6 3060 machines. So, I mean, that makes sense because, yeah, it looks like, in the beginning I wrote down, they said multiple hundreds of 4090 jobs are available. So that makes sense. And then as my 3060s here, I mean, I have two that still don't have jobs. Okay, but one does have a job here. It's supply and then the demand for the 3060s, I think it obviously matters, right? A lot. So it's just, yeah, I think obviously the 4090s are like the creme de la creme, the best GPUs for, for AI or for these types of workloads that people are wanting to use them for. So yeah, it's no doubt in my mind, the 4090 will definitely make more, will earn more than a 3060. But going back now to my earnings here, guys, yeah, I'm gonna have to say over the past week or two here, I've definitely been earning more. And with their, state of the salad stream over the past 3 days here, them mentioning that there were more, more 3090 jobs, I guess for me, it definitely made sense that I was earning more here. But yeah, we'll see how long that lasts. Just wanted to give you guys an update here of my rigs here. I only have 6 right now. Over the past 30 days, I earned about $145 amongst all these rigs. Mainly my 33090s are the money makers currently. So yeah, still going along. I mean, as I look at this is like paying for my phone bill. Hell, it's even paying for my internet bill. So that's kind of how I look at this. It's like these machines are paying for my phone bill, internet bill. Of course, electricity you have to take account too, but it's not like crypto mining. I saw my 3090s, they don't constantly take, 200, 300 watts. It's sometimes they only take like 100 watts or 150 watts. It's not always constant like crypto mining. So I'm going to have to say these 3090s that have been getting a job over the past, past month or what I've earned, it's definitely earned more than what I were to do with crypto mining. Or I know some people will say, why don't you mine a Leo? Well, yeah, that would have been more so over the past week or two. But I'm going to have to say, yeah, it's been good. With these rigs that I have on Salad, it's been earning a decent amount. And yeah, I like it. So far, it's been good. But am I going to be adding more, rigs to Salad? I do have more that I could. I do have like 6 more 3090s that I could take out. But I may be utilizing that for something else. So anyways, guys, that's it. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you guys have been earning well or not. Let me know what GPU that you've been using, if it's been earning you guys decent amount. Just let me know what your setups are down below. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. Peace out.